Wow, what a year it's been. In fact, what a year and a half it's been. As we reach the end of term, I think we should look back on some of the things we've been through during these extraordinary times. Let's start with something positive, shall we? Any ideas?
Well, last year we had 4 months of no school, followed by the summer holidays, and then no school again at the start of 2021.
I said tell me something positive. Anyway, I'm glad that all of you, well, most of you still kept up with your schoolwork at home. What else?
Having time to just take things a little slower.
Yes.
Binge watching my favourite box sets. Following Captain John doing his amazing work for the NHS.
Ah, Captain Tom, what a hero. What a legacy he's left behind. Let's talk a bit more on him later, shall we? What else made things bearable? Yes.
Not having to go to the hairdressers because they were closed really sucked.
Okay, thank you. So on the flip side, what are things we struggled with? Yeah.
My mum deciding to cut my hair herself. She made a right mess of it.
I had noticed.
Don't worry, it will go back.
What else was difficult? Yes?
Nothing left on the supermarket shelves during the first lockdown.
Watching my parents struggle to keep their small business going.
Not being able to give my grandparents a hug, that was awful.
At the time we were a bit scared and just needed to be close to people, we were told we had to keep our distance.
Yet here we are, over the worst we hope, and slowly getting back to normal. It was tough for a while, but as I said before, what a year it's been. Okay then, let's wind back the clock to March 2020. Who can remind us what happened? Yes.
Well, with cases of the COVID-19 virus increasing, to slow the spread and to stop the NHS being overwhelmed, we went into lockdown. We were told to stay at home, not to socialise, and only go for essential shopping and exercise, and to wash our hands.
locked.
Restaurants, bars, theatres, cinemas, sports venues, a lot of shops and most offices closed, and people told to work from home unless they were key workers.
Schools stayed open for key workers' children, but for most of us at the time, I suppose it felt like the summer holidays had started early.
Yeah, but that feeling didn't last long, remember?
Of course, homeschooling.
Yes, Karen, I know I said I'd get that report written by last Friday. No, I'm not taking advantage of the work from home arrangements. Yes, I realise this isn't a holiday. Yes, I'll email it this afternoon. No, I won't watch Loose Women and forget. Yes, I promise. Goodbye, Karen.
Mum, is this just subordinating conjunction or coordinating conjunction? I think it's just subordinating, but I'm not sure.
Subordinating what? In my days, it's just noun, verbs and adjectives we need to know about. Let's have a look. Hi, Karen. Yes, of course I'll spell check it. Yes, I know the directors will be reading it. No, it won't be full of grammatical mistakes like last time. Yes, Karen. No, Karen. You have a good day too, Karen. Now, a conjugating submarine, did you say?
It's alright, Mum. I've done it. Right. Now I just need to do history.
But it's my turn on the computer. Mom, it's not fair. Tell him.
No, it's my turn. You are the last.
But it's just give me the computer so I can do
No,
my
I did it first.
Hey now! What is all this noise? I'm trying to sleep. You know I'm working nights at the minute, so please just keep it down a bit, okay?
Sorry, Dad, but he's hogging the computer and I've got my maths to finish.
Yeah, right. You just want to play games on
No,
it.
Dad, I just need to do my
Stop
maths.
it!
Last time.
Right, you eat your cereal and you do your math. What is it you're doing exactly? Show me.
Long multiplication, but I'm really stuck on all of these.
Well, let's say you're working out. Eh? What's all that grid nonsense? That's not how we were taught to do it when we were at school. Look, just stick a zero in that colour and times that by that and add them all up.
But why do you...
Just do it like that, okay? Right, can I go back to bed now?
Not yet. There's a message from your mother. We could call her for a chat. She's bored being stuck at home on her own.
But I spent 3 hours with her yesterday, talking to her through the kitchen window when I delivered her shopping. Can't you phone her?
No, she's your mother. Anyway, I've got the report to write for Karen at work and there's these two to supervise.
It's my turn on the computer.
No, it's not.
I've told you more than
Stop
once.
it, you two! What schoolwork do you still have to do?
I've got my history to start and I've still got a science sheet on electricity.
And I've got art and Abby.
Right, electricity you say? Well, I suggest you plug in the hoover and clean upstairs, and there's a light bulb that needs changing in the downstairs loo. And history, you can phone your grandma for an hour and let her talk about the good old days. Right. Right, you can give the garden fence a good coat of creosote. Now, Ari, let me think.
Hi, Karen. Yes, I'm just about to. No, I'm not on the settee with my feet up. Yes, I know how hard you work. Yes, I know you're under a lot of pressure. No, I'm not taking advantage of your good nature. It's just that my children are. Yes, I understand. Goodbye, Karen. Dear Father who art in heaven, hear my prayer. Take pity on me in my hour of need and deliver me from this torture. Amen. Right, that's Rari. Sorted. Right, I think I'll put my feet up for an hour and watch Loose Women.
Most trying to teach us history, lyrics are rude across the floor. This algebra's a mystery, no one knows what we learn it for. That's it.
school after that, weren't we?
I know my parents were happy when the new school year started in September. My mum says she has a newfound admiration for teachers and can't believe what they put up with.
Well, what can I say? We do try. There are so many inspirational characters who worked hard during lockdown, even though there were risks, just to keep us ticking over. Yes.
I remember, it was like watching a whole new set of Marvel characters coming together to battle a supervillain. Yeah, COVID heroes, unite and fight. I reckon that'd make a great film.
It certainly would.
And with a single click, my master plan for world domination will be implemented. Mwahaha! Hello, you pathetic bunch. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Iris. Iris the virus. Yes, okay, it's not the best name for a supervillain, but there is not much that rhymes with virus. I did consider Mona Corona, but that just sounds like a whinging bottle of beer, which is not very awe-inspiring. The Big V, which was also an option. Well, I figured people would think that I was a second-rate rapper. Then again, I'm more of a heavy metal fan. Louise Disease, which was my mother's idea. Well, the less said about that, the better. So, Iris the virus it is. Soon all will know my name and everyone will bow before me as I wreak havoc to Earth and its inhabitants. Mwahaha! Intruders are brief and offensive. Who dares to challenge me?
I and my fellow NHS workers will not cease in our efforts to keep people strong and healthy in their battle against you. We will work tirelessly in hospitals, surgeries and clinics, treating the ill and the needy. We will not stop until we have found a vaccine that will put an end to your wicked plan.
Curse these doctors and nurses! Well, it'll take more than just you to defeat me. Not only am I just a threat to your health, the havoc that I have created in your daily lives will be the ruin of you.
The nation's transport workers will make sure things keep moving. You might think you can bring life to a grinding halt, Iris, but not on our watch. We will continue to serve our communities, whatever the risks to ourselves might be, to always make sure families have food on their tables.
This can't be possible! I thought you humans had no backbone! You were meant to crumble as I unleashed my devastating power!
Well, that's where you're wrong. We'll keep building for our future, so when you are nothing but a distant memory, we shall be standing strong.
And we will continue to teach our future generations about how we stood against you. Time to face facts, Iris. You will be defeated. My fellow COVID heroes, unite and fight!
Listen everyone, we are just at the tip of the iceberg. Many millions more risk their own safety in their fight against this virus, and you yourselves showed such bravery, battling through hardship, loneliness and drastic change, going without your comforts and remaining steadfast throughout. And remember how you clapped along for the NHS? Well, here's a chance to clap along with us again. Hit it!
Sometimes life can be tough and you feel like you've had enough of the bad stuff coming your way and you need some help today. Don't worry, if you're under attack, there are people watching your back and they're with you every step of the way.
That was fantastic, just what we needed. Now before we go, we'd like to tell you about another hero.
As my colleague explained, there were so many heroes who emerged during this pandemic, but none of them captured our imaginations as much as one certain person.
An army veteran of World War II decided in April 2020 he was going to raise £1,000 for NHS charities by walking 100 laps of his back garden before his 100th birthday.
As his story became national news, he was soon a household name when his fundraising snowballed.
He completed his 100 laps in the 24 days running up to his birthday, and the money he raised went a little over the 1,000 he'd hoped for. Donations totaled over £30 million, and this is still going up.
In recognition of his amazing efforts, he was made an honorary colonel, and on July 17, 2020, he became a Knight of the Realm when Her Majesty the Queen asked him to arise Captain Sir Tom Moore. Sadly, this remarkable gentleman passed away in February 2021, but the example he set and the inspiration he gave us to push through, care for each other and stay positive will never be forgotten. Rest in peace, Captain Tom.
So join us in an uplifting song to celebrate the life and achievements of this great man. Move over, Captain America. Here's to a real superhero. Here's to Captain Tom.
Characters like that to give us a lift through lockdown, didn't we?
It's a shame they couldn't inspire a bit of common sense into some people. Do you remember what happened in the supermarkets?
Yeah, panic buying. What was all that about? If you didn't get to the supermarket super early, there wasn't anything left on the shelves. So except from stuff like broccoli, who wants to eat that?
Yeah. And why did everyone suddenly start sucking on toilet roll? I've read a bit about the coronavirus and nowhere could I find that one of its symptoms was an increased need to go to the loo.
We went weeks without ready. We had to use a kitchen roll until that ran out too.
Then what did you do?
You don't want to know.
Mum, where's Dad? He should have been back from the shops ages ago. 3 past dinner time and I'm starving.
I'm sure he won't be long now. Then we can have dinner. It's fish fingers, chips and beans tonight.
Yes, you can't beat fish fingers and chips and beans.
And is he getting those deluxe creamy yogurts I like for pudding and a bottle of Coke? It's Friday, remember? We're always allowed Coke on Friday.
They were on the list I gave him, so I expect so.
Crocodile? What has happened to you?
Have you been run over, Dad?
Have you been mugged? Have you been attacked by the next door's Jack Russell again?
No, not that. I've been to the Warwick Beach Co-op.
Yes, we know that. I sent you there with a list 2 hours ago. How do you get yourself in this state just going to the Warwick Beach Co-op?
You don't want to know what it's like out there. Ever since they announced this lockdown, the world's gone mad. They're stripping the shelves of everything. There's fighting in the aisles. I don't know how I managed to get out of there alive.
That sounds terrible, Dad.
But did you get our dinner? Fish fingers, chips and beans, deluxe creamy yogurt and a bottle of Coke.
Yeah, I got those on the list, more or less.
More or less? What do you mean? Did you or didn't you?
I did my best to make sure we had fish fingers, chips and beans for dinner, with yogurt for pudding and Coke to drink. Sort of. It's just going to take a bit of imagination. Okay, I know they weren't on the list, but I've been thinking for a while now that we don't eat enough green veg, and they had plenty of peas and broccoli left on the shelves, so...
Ew. What about the stuff you're supposed to get? Oven chips?
Yeah, they'd run out of those too, but they had parsnips. If we cook them up and oven bake them, ta-da! Chips.
You're joking. I think I'll just stick to the fish fingers and baked beans.
Haha, yes. Beans. They'd run out of those too, so I thought lovely chickpeas and tomato puree.
Dad, that's gross. At least tell me you got the fish fingers.
Technically, yes. We had fish fingers. Maybe not what you're used to, but fingers of fish nonetheless. I managed to pick up 4 tins of sardines, which if we mush up, roll into finger-sized portions, and here's the best bit, they don't need cooking. We can eat them cold.
No way. Tell me you at least managed to find the yogurts.
Haha, yes, yoghurt. You see, I got the last 2 litres of milk in the shop, and the good thing is, it's out of date. If we leave it in a warm place for a while, hey presto, yoghurt.
That is disgusting.
Well, what about the Coke? Let me guess. You thought you were getting an OXO cube, pop one in a bottle of sparkling water and give it a quick shake.
Great minds think alike, eh, love? Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. I tried. I really did. They just run out of everything. Chips, fish fingers, beans, yoghurt, Coke. There's just none left.
We know it's not your fault. Well done for trying your best. Right, we'll order a takeaway. I think I saw in the news that they're allowed to stay open. I'll give the Chinese a ring, shall I?
Yes, Chinese. Great idea. So, Dad, what's in the other bag?
Ah, yes. Look, I managed to pick these up from the newsagents on the way home. 20 copies of today's News and Star.
And what, may I ask, are you supposed to do with those? It's not another attempt to make us read more instead of being on our screens, is it?
Well, there was one more thing on the shopping list that they'd run out of.
What was that?
Ta-da! Loo roll!
This is a staff announcement. Member of staff to aisle 12. We seem to have run out of food again.
We're here at the local shop.
did present us with a few challenges. So many rules and regulations that meant big changes to our lives.
I found some of the instructions we were given really confusing, and they were always changing. The people in charge were struggling to know what to do for the best sometimes.
Ha! It seems even experts don't agree all the time. But if they can't make their minds up, how are we supposed to know what to do?
Shops had to shut, then they could open, then they had to shut again. We were told we couldn't go to restaurants, then we were told to eat out to help out, then again we were told that we couldn't do that.
We weren't allowed to play sports, then we were, but only outside, but we couldn't go and watch our favourite teams play. I couldn't keep up.
And the whole thing about bubbles and tiers, who you could see, where you could see them, and for how long, I really don't envy the people that had to stand up week after week in front of the cameras and update the nation.
Here we go again. I didn't get any sleep last night worrying about this.
Me neither. It seems that every week we have to tell the people something different that we have to do to keep this virus from spreading.
No wonder they're getting confused. Maybe we're not making things clever for them. Don't leave the house unless you have to leave the house. Don't go to work unless you have to go to work.
You can mix with people in bubble sex unless there's an hour in the month and it hasn't rained for 3 days. And then there's the tiers. You're in this tier, they're in that tier. They'll think it's had me in tiers.
Which is why we need a different approach. So, did you read the document I prepared? Do you think it'll work?
It's worth a try. Can't do any harm.
It's only radical, I'll give you that. It's worth a try.
Okay then, let's do this.
Thank you everybody for joining us at today's COVID briefing. Now, as you are aware, the situation with regard to this virus remains serious.
We understand that the instructions we were previously given may have been unclear.
However, while we wait for the next set of scientific findings, from which we will come up with another set of different instructions, there are 3 things which you must do. 3 things which remain the same since the beginning of all this.
And today we would really like to reinforce these, just so you are in no doubt. Firstly, wash your hands on every opportunity. As we know, you can pick up the virus from any infected surfaces. Secondly, keep a 2-metre distance from anybody when you leave your home for essential activity.
And thirdly, wear a mask to reduce the risk of transmitting and contracting the virus through your breath. Now, we have said these things before, but many people still don't seem to understand.
So to shake things up a little bit, to make the message a little bit more funky and groovy, especially for you younger, cooler dudes out there, let's, in a socially distanced manner of course, rock!
Yes, we see the reason. We understand.
Oh yes, said me. I just shake hands with everybody. Well, my word, that was very energetic. Look, I even took my tie off. Rock and roll.
I'm sure you'll need refreshments after that performance, so we've laid on cups of tea and biscuits backstage if you'd like to join us.
That's very kind of you, but we'll pass. Gonna keep safe, right?
Yes, well, I think that worked out very well indeed. So, same time next week?
Can't wait.
I think we found that having a sense of humour certainly helps us with life's challenges.
But we mustn't forget that the COVID pandemic and lockdown have been devastating for so many people.
Jobs have been lost, livelihoods have been ruined, and families have struggled to adapt to huge changes.
Yes, we've taken a look at a few aspects of lockdown today in a light-hearted way, but the pressures these and other things have created are very real.
And the effects of social distancing have led to loneliness, isolation and depression in lots of vulnerable people. In our efforts to shield older family members, they've often gone months without contact with the people they love.
And of course, lives have been lost. Some of us may have been more personally affected by this than others. But as individuals, families, a school, a community, a nation and the world, we have all been affected by what has happened.
So let's take a moment to think about and remember those who throughout these difficult times have paid the highest price.
I believe there is a place in my heart. I can go there when I please. It is filled with the things that I love and memories I keep. I believe there is a place in my heart. I can go there when I choose. I can see all the things that I love, and that's where I see. And even though you have to go, still we see your light. In my heart, when all's apart, we fly so high. We fly so high. I believe there is a place in my heart. I can go there when I choose. It is filled with the things that I love and memories I keep. I believe there is a place in my heart. I can go there when I choose. I can see all the things that I love, and that's where I see you.
Come on, let's try and finish on something positive, shall we? What has given us hope? Any ideas? Yes.
The vaccine, it's the light at the end of this tunnel.
Well, fantastic job those scientists did to get it ready so quickly.
I bet there were some celebrations in the laboratory the day they made the breakthrough. I wish I'd have been a fly on the wall. Hello YouTube! You join us at the lab where we're having a party. We've done it. The final test results are back. And ladies and gentlemen, we have an effective vaccine. Needless to say, we are very jolly. Let's get a reaction from Professor Hans Bersenspace, who co-led this research. Professor Hans Bersenspace, tell us how you're feeling.
Hello everyone! Ja, it's been a crazy few months. We haven't stopped, but here we are, with the finish line in sight, and we're celebrating.
Hey Pam, say hello to YouTube. Come on, Pam, don't be shy. The great Professor Pandemic, without whose efforts we wouldn't be here. Come on, Pam, say something.
Hi, well, yes, it has been an amazing discovery, but we're only doing our jobs.
And this is where it all happened. We've been locked in this lab 24/7. We haven't seen daylight for months. But now we can relax a little. And some of us seem a little more relaxed than others.
Hang on. There is the final formula. I left it here. I'm sure I did.
What the? You've got to be kidding. Don't tell me after all our hard work for it, and you have lost it.
Don't blame me. I know I left it here. Right here. This cannot be happening. I've given up my life to work on this. I haven't seen my children in a year.
You idiots! Who are you calling an idiot? I have a PhD from Oxford University.
And I have been nominated 3 times for the Nobel Prize. If anyone's an idiot, it's you. This party was your idea.
It wasn't your idea.
Oh, so you're awake, are you? And what are you sniggering at? This isn't funny. And why are you filming this? You should be helping us.
Oh my goodness, you should see your faces. It's hilarious. This is definitely gone on YouTube.
Excuse me? Have you lost your marbles?
Are you for real? Do you understand what's happening here? We've lost the formula.
And you're going to put this disaster on YouTube. Stop filming at once.
Relax, you've just been pranked. Oh, your faces, comedy gold. We haven't lost the formula. It's here, in my pocket. At least I thought it was. Oh no, it's not there. It must have fallen out when we went to buy more champagne.
You idiot!
Haha, only joking. Here it is, safe and sound. But really, your faces.
You pranked us? Why would you prank us?
Oh, come on, it's just a bit of fun. And anyway, now everyone will see that scientists aren't boring and that we do have a sense of humour. Guys, come on, sense of humour. Scientists can take a joke. Yes, no, please guys, surely you can see the funny side. Oh, cripes! Ah!
Ha! Talk about looks and faces. Did you see his?
Is he right though? Do people think we scientists are a boring bunch? How can we change that?
By singing a song and sticking it on TikTok. Come on, gang, let's show the world there's more to us than meets the eye.
Edward Jenner, a clever fella, noticed people weren't very well apart from all those milking maids who didn't catch smallpox.
Very strange.
He had a notion and made a potion which caused a scientific commotion, a way to keep us safe from harm, and out a shot in the arm. Now they found a vaccine for COVID-19. We all roll up our sleeves and send it on its way.
Arrivederci. Au revoir.
Oh, jubilation and celebration, because with just a little prick we won't get sick, and that will be an end to it. So if you find a sneaky virus trying to find its way inside us, clever folks in their white coats will set to work upon their microscopes, and they will mix a fine elixir to keep us healthy, fighting bitter, hoping it will work a charm, and that'll show the arm. Oh, COVID-19, you can't fight this vaccine. We all roll up our sleeves and send you on your way.
Sayonara. On your bike.
Oh, jubilation and celebration, because with just a little prick we won't get sick, and that will be an end to it.
again. Wow, what a year. Such extraordinary times we've all lived through. One day, children like you will learn about our experiences in their history lessons.
I suppose this has been a bit like our Blitz, hasn't it? Everyone standing together in the face of a common enemy.
And when it's properly over, maybe we'll notice that things have changed for the better. Maybe we'll all learn to appreciate what we have, not take anything or anyone for granted.
And we'll make the most of the opportunities to do all those things and to be with all those people we've missed since this craziness started.
So everybody, all that's left to say is thank you for joining us this evening. Here's to the future and being free to explore our possibilities and imagine all that we can be. Now, let's lift the roof off this place!
Falling far behind us, and rainbows are filling the sky. A sign of better times, a shining to remind us that love and hope never die. And though we hid the monster shadows for so long, we held it all together.
remember? Oh yes, silly me. I even took my tie off.
I just shake hands with everybody. It's all right, no problem. Just remember that one line. I just shake hands with everybody.
I'll do some actions to help you.
Right. When you're ready?
Hey, back off, man. Social distancing, remember? Oh yes, silly me.
Oh yes, silly me. I just shake hands with everybody.
I can't.
Oh yes, silly me. I just shake hands with everybody. Big, loud voices as well. You're doing well. You're fine. You're fine. Right. Are we ready? And okay.
Hey, back off, man. Social distancing, remember? Oh yes, silly me. I just shake hands with everybody. Well, my word, that was very energetic. Look, I even took my tie off. Rock and roll. I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll need refreshments after that performance, so please on cups and tea and biscuits if you'd like to join us. I'm sure you'll need refreshments after that, I'm sure you'll need refreshments after that performance, so please on cups and tea.
Cups and tea. Let's put the tea in the cups, shall we?
I just can't look at them without having a straight face. Look right past it.
Okay, look through the gap in the middle. Yeah, exactly. Shh.
I'm sure you'll need. I'm sure you'll need refreshments after that performance. So please don't come.
Sorry. Cups of tea. Cups of tea. Take your time. Right.
I'm sure you'll need refreshments after that performance. So please don't cups and tea.
Blooper reel. The blooper reel.
Why can't I just do this?
Cups of tea. Cups of tea. Cups of tea. Shh.
I'm sure you'll need refreshments after that performance. So please.
It's not funny.
I'm sure you'll need refreshments after that performance. So please don't cups of tea backstage if you'd like to join us. I'm sure you'll need cups.
No, you won't need cups of tea. You'll need refreshments. Right, come on.
I'm sure you'll need refreshments after that performance. So please don't cups of tea backstage if you'd like to join us. Is it cold? I'm sure you'll need refreshments after that performance, so we'll lead up cups of tea backstage if you'd like to join us.
That's very kind of you, but we'll pass. Gotta keep safe, right?
I'm sure you'll need refreshments after that performance, so we'll lead up cups of. I'm sure you'll need refreshments after that performance, so we'll lead on cups of tea and biscuits backstage if you'd like to join us.
That's very kind of you, but we'll pass. Gotta keep safe, right?
Good, we've nailed it. Now you two stay there.